Morning, Eric. How are you this morning? Let's see. Throw that there. Let's go ahead and grab it and move it. Cover up my ugly mug. I am recovering from emergency dental surgery. So that's why you're not out in the Smithy with me this morning. Turn that off. So figured it best to give my mouth a bit of a rest, not aggravate anything by swinging a hammer or doing anything crazy. Morning, Paul. But I did want to hop on here just so you guys didn't go wondering what's happening, why the stream didn't happen. Uh, so instead, I'm going to spend a little time this morning playing with a tool that I was working with on my Mac. I'll show you what I created on my Mac, and then to see if I can put this to use. Um, uh, put this to use in my blacksmithing work, and I'll show you an example of what I think um, it could help me do. So go ahead and rename that. Did I get to actually do that? Okay. Hey, Paul. I was telling Eric. You can tell I'm not in my Smithy this morning. I got a nice black background going on behind me. Um, the benefits of a green screen. I just haven't figured out yet how to tell the green screen here in OBS. I've done it before. I just haven't figured it out yet this morning. What picture to put in behind me? I would put a picture of my Smithy. But yeah, so I had emergency dental surgery yesterday. 2 days earlier, I've been complaining for years now to dentists, and they've never been able to see it. That there's something wrong with the molar in the very back of my mouth. And 2 days ago, I take start chewing on a piece of bread, and I actually heard an audible crack, and my pain level went from about a 2 to a 10 that fast. So it was no more chewing anything after that. Ended up going and seeing a dentist. They said, well, yeah, we finally see the crack, and we'll see about if we can get you a crown. Go to the endo, the root canal dude yesterday, and they said there's no putting a crown on top of that, so no sense in getting a root canal. Just go have them pull it out. And so a few hours later, I'm sitting in the chair, helping the dentist figure out where he's going to have to put the needle to get. Good morning, Kevin. Where he's going to have to put the needle to get me numb enough that he could actually do that, because the fact was, every time, I mean, the assistant had me. She was getting ready to just numb the area that they were going to inject into with some topical, and put the gauze on my mouth to bite down on to just soak up while she's trying to soak up my spit while she's doing that. And again, from a 1 to a 10 that fast, I about jumped out of the chair. I'm not too proud to admit that there was a moment there when my sunglasses got misted up. So yeah, and they backed off on that plan, and instead they just worked slowly and methodically and kindly to get me numb. He ended up having to go between the tooth and the jawbone to get me numb, so they could then pull it out. And I am so much better today. I'm sore. I feel like somebody punched me in the jaw, but nothing like that. So, yeah, I am, tender. I'm eating things that don't involve chewing right now, but I should be recovered in a few days. But my wife was like, I don't think you should go out there swinging a hammer today. That was that. And instead, I'm in here chatting with you guys in front of a green screen, and about to show you a tool that I just familiarized myself with. 10 years ago in Thailand, huh? Was Thailand a decent place to have that happen? Oh, yeah. It doesn't help if the language is a challenge. So the other day, I had a need to model up a cap for my chicken feeders. Um, they basically are these elbows hooded on the outside that screw into a hole you drill into buckets. But the caps, either the chickens or the rats have been able to easily identify a way to pull them out of the elbow. And so every morning I go out there and find all the caps I put in at night already out on the ground in the mud. December 23rd. Ugh. You're, I hope you're not being facetious, Paul. I do know that excuse me. There's a lot of positive talk about Thailand and their medical, so, and that it's a lot cheaper than it is here too. So the tool I was using on my iPad, because I just wanted to be able to sit and use my pencil and work on it there, is one called Onshape, which turns out to be a browser-based modeling tool, and I'll show it to you guys, that then I could draw this thing up in high detail on a millimeter scale and be able to send it to my buddy who has has a few 3D printers, and I'm waiting for him to get the time to be able to print these up. I might end up swinging by there and see if I can just, sit on his shoulder to get him to put it to print. Show me how he does the fix-up necessary to make this thing into a printable object. But okay. How do I do it? I need to go to, let's go this way. What timing? They picked the perfect day to come on here and be a spam bot, because I have all the ability to do nothing but address their happy butts by banning them. I'm surprised that Restream.io's bot didn't do it for me. Back up to the top here. Oh, it was Stream Elements that I needed to do that with, that's why. Let's go in and sign in there. Log in. I don't remember which one I connected with. It's probably this one. Ah, that's it, right there. Didn't need to go anywhere. No, take it back. That's the place. Okay. So, streaming tools, chatbot. I just gotta remember how this is done. Chatbot, chat commands. And then we go in here and we say nuke. Really? Copy. No. What fun. It looks like my live stream isn't doing so well anyway because I'm still trying to use Starlink while I'm sitting in the house. At least I now know it has nothing to do with. Let's try this again. Docs, restream chat. There we go. 3D printable hammers. Oh, that's nifty. Yeah, so now I know that the stream performance on my Wi-Fi has nothing to do with my distance from the Wi-Fi out at the Smithy. Everything to do with just it's not a good platform to stream from, Wi-Fi wise. And there we go. Finally back in the chat. That was bad. No, Siri. A buddy of mine just that stops on the stream here every now and then just sent me a photo from sunny Florida, back where I was living at the Central Florida Highland Games. Used to go and do the weekend there, blacksmithing, and I'm missing that right now. That's sad to be missing out on that, but it's one of the things that you lose when you move away. Alright, so let's go ahead and throw this up on the screen before I lose power, because it looks like this Mac's not got much juice left anyway. Um, we'll go ahead and show what I drew previously. I'm not going to be able to hang out here too long anyway. Previously, like I said, was a new cap for the chicken feeder that's twice as deep, so that it doesn't just fall out, hopefully. Let's see if I can. There we go. It's still loading. There it is. So this is twice as deep as the original, and the original has a plus in here, a cross, if you will, to be grabbing and pulling it out, which is fine, except it rains a lot here, so it can be a little slippery. So I decided the answer was instead draw this handle. I mean, not draw, but design this handle as well. Of course, that means drawing it. That it, is part of the print, so that hopefully it's a strong enough, connection to the lid of the cap, the rim of the cap, that I can pull on it, get my fingers down in there, pull on it, and open it up without it snapping off. Only time will tell, but yeah, that's my first drawing on here. And then a buddy of mine 3D printed this very cool knife, and I decided, well, it seems to me like the next thing to do is to I didn't need to do that. Let's go ahead and close that. The next thing to do is to see how much material it would take to make that same knife. Now I need to do some further work with the drawing as soon as I figure out how I get back to the drawing. There we go. This was his 3D knife. So I'm going to go ahead and rename it up here so I can. This was his name for the knife. I think I could forge this. I really do. I'm gonna close this. And do it with a railroad spike, just because I've got those and it's already most of the shape I need. Twisted knife blade. But I need to draw a tang on this. So I asked him if he would share the STL with me. That's the print file, and he did. And so I need to extend this with a tang. See about separating this piece off as a bolster, and forge this blade that way. Now I've made something similar to this that was square, but this actually takes it a step further, and the base is basically twisted square that has been convexed or concaved, but then twisted around, and I think that would be a fun build going down the road. But the thing I'm going to sit drawing next is I think I'm going to take if you all recall my my brief rant last week, material's expensive, and I've done enough key rings at this point that I've got plenty to put on my table. I don't need to make any more at the moment, but as we all know, making leaves is a great beginner project. Well, what can I do that involves making leaves without making the key ring, other than, making them for decorative purposes on rails and stuff like that? I saw somebody, one of the Smiths out there, I can't remember which one right now, or else I'd give him the proper credit. This week I saw a video where he made, I know who it was. I'll just pull it up real quick here, just because the reason I'm not going to say it outright is my memory stinks. I think his name is Travis. Trent, that's it, Trent. Now I just got to get to my YouTube, so not studio.youtube, but just YouTube. 1 second. Let me share that again real quick. and I can't see your chats right now for some reason, or else I'm not streaming anymore. So I don't know which is which, but I'm just gonna leave off with this. I am still going to be making leaves. However, as I saw on that video this week, let's see. Let's see if I can find it. He made a door pull. Well, I've decided I don't need to make door pulls, but I could make drawer pulls, and it's basically the same process. You make a leaf, you you make the area for the leaf, you draw out the handle area, and then you make another blob for a leaf, and let's see if I can find it on the page. There it is. Purgatory Ironworks, that's right. Purgatory Ironworks, simple door pull. So I'm going to start making some of these door pulls, and then you know, we'll go ahead and start putting those up on Etsy or whatever. And there I have it. I have the hey Jurgen, I'll have you know, I can make door pulls, I can make drawer pulls, and they're basically two leaf shapes with something in between, and I can either do twisted ones, or I can do round ones, or I can do, you know, I can make that up as I go along, and see if any of those will sell. And you know, I don't need to I don't want to make money on it, but I'd love to cover some of my expenses with these things going forward. So yeah, it's a straightforward build. It's the same skills I've already been practicing. I'll just do it, instead of making the key rings out of them, I'll be making the door pulls out of them. So I think that's the smart next transition here. But yeah, so this is going to be a short stream. I'm almost out of juice already on this Mac because I don't have it plugged in. Just because I wanted to jump on here real quick, let folks know, you know, why the stream isn't happening at the Smithy. Jurgen, what I was letting folks know is I just had dental surgery yesterday, and my wife said lay off of the you know, heavy work. Although I'm not doing heavy work typically, she just wanted me to lay off. So I'm giving her the weekend, and should hopefully be recovered enough to get back at it again next weekend. So yeah, there you go, folks. Thanks for jumping in here with me, and being the stalwarts that you are. And take a sip of, I haven't dropped anything, but I've been doing a lot of talking. I'm thirsty. Give me a sec. But yeah, that's what's happening. I already have the material out at the forge. Next week, because my wife asked me to make one, I need to make a new hook. I don't know if you guys seen me make these. It's a twist, literally a twist on the, let's go to my channel. A twist on the S hook that makes pot racks, you know, the hanging pot racks, makes it work better, especially for shorter folks out there. This was me just drawing it up on a sketch pad. So you got your typical S hook. All we have to do is bring this S further around and offset, and then you've got something that won't lift up off of the pot rack when you go to take the pot off the hook. So she wants me to make one of those. She got a new pot, and so that'll be my project next week, and then we'll get on to doing the drawer pulls and door pulls. So yeah, definitely, Kevin, get onto the Hawaiian live stream. Let's see. Lazy Saturday. That's gonna, I wish I could say this is gonna be a lazy Saturday, but I just got gifted two ducks that I need to give them a safe space so I can let my dogs run, and so I know my wife's gonna put me to work doing that. And then there's also always work to do around the chickens and the other animals. So lazy Saturday, yeah, that'll be about right. All right, folks. I will catch you next week. Thanks for stopping in. Love and light.